The Skyline North Trail 2805 here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. This is a half-ton towable rear kitchen couples coach. It's got a couple bumps and bruises here and there. I'm going to touch on those as we go. I'm going to show you some of the high points as well. We like to have our inventory represented accurately and fairly. For instance, right up here on the nose cap, there is a spot where there is a fracture. They had taped the fracture. It's not pretty, but it works, you know. The stickers are peeling a little bit, which is just a cosmetic item, doesn't affect the structure whatsoever. A lot of RVs, fifth wheels and travel trailers in this price point, they try to spend their money more on the structure than the stickers, the cosmetics. So that's pretty common for any RV stored outdoors, which is most of them. The rear roof ladder right here makes it easy to get up there, and there's actually like some little bar setups up there, which reminds me of like an old luggage rack you'd find on RVs. Skyline being an older company, I wouldn't be surprised if that's kind of a relic that's held over. I can tell you the previous owners had a bike rack on this camper. First of all, the mount for it is right there, and they have a reinforced bar to support the weight. But secondly, this is a telltale sign. I see this on the back of a lot of fifth wheels and travel trailers. Basically, the handlebars, if the bikes get bouncing around and aren't chained down really tight, the handlebars will bounce around a little bit and just rub against the sidewall like that. Now, there is a very small point of water penetration, and it is very minor. It was up in this little corner. We knew about it when we took it in on trade. Basically, it was just there's just a little 2-inch seam that had just started to fail, and we caught it. The folks that traded in didn't even know about it. You know, we caught it when we took it through our quality checks and evaluations when we first brought it in. So not a big deal. It's purely cosmetic, but it is there. And let's go ahead and look at it from the inside. You know, we'll just get the elephant out of the room. Again, I like our inventory to be represented honestly, fairly, accurately. You know, so that way you understand why we're asking the dollars we are. Back in this corner right here, you see just that little spot where the wallpaper, the stick-on paper on the ceiling board has wavered there. The wood under it's still fine. The wood under it's still solid. It just started occurring this spring. And like I said, luckily we caught it before it got too far out of hand. I do like the contrast of the light wall boards with like the darker cherry finish. I think it gives it, you know, it helps expand the look of the living room to give it a bigger feel. You know, everything looks good. I like the crown molding here in the living area. That's pretty sharp too. But we've got, you know, central air and central heat. So this one's good anytime the snowflakes aren't flying. It's also worth noting this is a full-size jackknife sofa. I've seen a lot of campers manufacturers are shortening up their sofas to try to trick you into thinking you get a super slide when you don't. This is a true big super slide, 3 feet deep, about 14 foot long. This has a stainless steel appliance bundle on it. Well, at least the faceplate around the microwave and the inserts on the refrigerator are made to have a stainless steel look. Let me rephrase it that way. Your overhead doors here are all fully hardwood because your overhead doors tend to get a little more use and abuse than some of your lower doors because people slam them shut like that. Well, if they weren't built solidly with good materials, with materials that could wiggle, they would just fall apart over time. Rear kitchens are slick because you get more countertop space than basically anything else in this size. They just can't match the amount of countertop space you get here. And I do like the little 3 dimensions that you see. You know, you've got like an upper level, mid level. It just looks sharp. I also like that they did leave this open a little bit up here for like a little knick-knack or decorative shelf. Pretty cool and pretty handy. The tabletop, I noticed a small little flaw here. It had buckled a little bit. My guess is maybe somebody stood on it, sat on it. I'm not sure. Someone a little bit big must have got to that because it's not water damage. It just is split. But, I mean, it's still very functional. You know, it's like a little 2-inch strip right here. Everything else is fine. And that's what you're going to see in this camper. If you don't mind a couple little bumps and bruises, this is a great coach. This is a very good starter camper. If you're you know, a couple, you want to go camping, you've never been before, this is a great way to get started. Perfect little couples coach. Now, everybody likes a rear living room because you get a big window and 2 chairs overlooking that window, right? Problem with most rear living rooms is they face the camper behind you. Well, that's boring. That's a waste of a window. If you look here with a rear kitchen, you can get the same 2 chairs, the same big window, except you get more kitchen space, more living space. That's why I like rear kitchens. I think it's a better couples coach. I think rear kitchens are among the most underrated of floor plans out there. let's step upstairs here. Previous owners most definitely tossed the original factory mattress. This is about a 8 or 9 inch thick full memory foam mattress here with the original bedspread all bagged up front. So I mean, they definitely tried to take care of their stuff. That little seam failure is just a fluke thing that I truly believe they did not know about. Good thing we caught it, basically, because this, you know, we saved this from being, you know, a junkyard scrap to being a nice camper that someone can really go out and get some use out of. The little TV stand here, so that, you know, if you want to throw a small TV up there, you can do that. Now, you've got the his and hers wardrobes around the bed. Then you get this little bonus storage space right here, right between the bathroom, basically, and the bedroom. And you do have a couple extra dresser drawers down there as well. This has what I call a closet-style stool. Again, a minor, only cosmetic item is the linoleum has peeled a little bit right here. And that happens. You know, older campers, they all used generally Armstrong brand linoleum. And there was 2 ways to install it. Either you installed it on the floor and then built the walls on top of it so that it couldn't curl. And if you did that, you'd run the risk of it stretching when it got cold to the point that it split. It would look like someone took a razor. Or you try to staple it down to the surface like you see here, and that meant that if it got cold, the sides might curl like you see here. It's purely cosmetic. It's not water damage. You can see I can stomp on that. There's no water there whatsoever. It's just... you know, the glue peeled back a little bit. We also have a nice big shower here. Let me open this up for you. So we have a big walk-in shower where tall guys like me are not going to hit our heads. For instance, you see, I'm walking around here. I have lots of headroom. Not a problem. That's what's kind of nice about a mid-level bathroom. This is actually a tri-level fifth wheel with the bed on the upper deck, bathroom in the middle, and living room on the floor here. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Happy camping.